Hi everyone, welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. Today we are going to do a twist on a minestrone soup. We're going to be adding some chicken for some extra protein, and instead of the regular noodles that you might get at Olive Garden, we are going to be, if you can find penne size konjac noodles, that'd be great. I couldn't find penne size. I don't have my bag near me. I ended up using the palmini linguine, and I'm shortening them. So it'll be like shortened pieces of thick spaghetti. So I'm trying to get that size of a noodle into it without the carbs and the calories. So konjac or the shirataki noodles for your noodle sub. All right, what I have done, in the link in the description, they have a stovetop recipe. And if you do not have a pressure cooker, please follow it that way. If you have a pressure cooker, follow it the way I'm going to do it, and I'll put the instructions in there below. So what I have already done is I've taken 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and I've taken 1/3 of a cup of diced onion, 1/3 of a cup of chopped carrot, 1 cup of zucchini cubed, 1 cup of cauliflower florets cut really small, 1/3 of a cup of celery stalks. Put that all in there, and I sauteed it on the saute setting for about 5 to 6 minutes. And then I added 3 cloves of minced garlic with 1 tablespoon of rosemary and 1 tablespoon of thyme at the very end for 1 more minute. And I powered it off, and this is what it currently looks like. It's all nice and soft and tender, ready to add the other stuff to it to turn it into our soup. So at this time, we are gonna start to add some more ingredients. We're not gonna add, you're gonna need some kale, 1.5 cups of kale. So get a bunch of kale at your store, or cabbage. You can always turn the rest into kale chips or whatever. And like I said, the konjac noodles or the shirataki miracle noodles, whatever you prefer. At this time, I am going to go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. That's the thing about tomato paste. It's thick. I might have to use this little guy to help me get it off the spoon. 1. 2. Okay. 14.5 ounce of crushed tomatoes. 4 cups of chicken broth. So that's 32-ounce container, the whole thing. If I can open it, it's not turning. I might have to have my husband help me. He helped me with the tomato paste. Okay. While I'm adding the salt and pepper, I'm gonna have my husband turn this off to the side. Husband, can you come and open this? And I'm gonna add in some salt and pepper. It gives you an approximation, but it's truly up to you. I cannot open that for some reason. Okay, thank you. All right. It says 2/3 teaspoon of sea salt, or just salt to taste. And then 1/3 of a teaspoon of pepper. All right, now, thanks to my husband, we're gonna add in the chicken stock. Yay! Now, if you want to keep this more like a traditional minestrone, just don't add the chicken, because minestrone is usually a vegetarian meal. We're adding it for the extra kick and protein so that we have a 1 dish setup. Now from here, I have a NutriBullet. it asks us to take out, I'm trying to remember how much, 3/4 of a cup of soup, and we are going to actually run it through a blender. I have a NutriBullet, so this will be really, really fast, because what it's gonna do is it's gonna act as a thickening agent. We don't have to add extra ingredients to do that. I'm just gonna take my 1/2 and fill it once, and then fill it again just a little bit. And right now we haven't cooked yet, so I'm just grabbing a little bit of everything. Filling that about halfway. So this will not take long. And I'm just gonna blend this up, and you'll see that it's like its own thickener. And if you have a NutriBullet, these are great, or a blender, anything like that. That's how fast it is in a NutriBullet. So 3/4 of a cup, just pouring it right back in. It also gives it a creamy kind of look. Okay, hopefully you see now there's a color change to it. That's all we do, but it's gonna give it that thickness. All right, now, optional, 10.5 ounces of shredded chicken are gonna go in. They actually recommend, I'll just kind of turn it to me for a second since you've kind of seen it in there. They recommend a rotisserie, sorry, shaking. A rotisserie chicken, but if you want to bake up and use like 1.5 chicken breasts and then like save some for later in the week for sandwiches or whatever, you can totally do that. So we're gonna get this all stirred in the pressure cooker. If you don't want to use a pressure cooker, follow the instructions that are in the actual link to the soup, which is a stovetop way of making it. Okay, and at this point, I'm gonna literally let it go, and I'll tell you about what I'm gonna do while it's cooking. I'm just gonna throw 2 bay leaves in. Hopefully I'll find them at the end for some flavoring, and seal it up. Soup does really, really well on anywhere from 7 to 9 minutes with a 10-minute natural release. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna actually go right in the middle at 8. I've done 7, 8, 9. So I'm just gonna go in the middle. I'm gonna hit the soup button and choose 8. It's done. While this is, and then I'm gonna let it natural release for 10, and then I'll flip it and let it steam out. While that is happening, normally you would shred your kale, and you would want 1.5 cups of kale or cabbage, whichever you prefer, and you would be rinsing your noodles, whichever type you prefer. I've already started on that. I'm gonna try to finish trimming them to the size that I want, and we're gonna add that in at the end. And then Parmesan cheese you can just put on the table. Some people like, kind of like Olive Garden, some people like to sprinkle that on top. But that's all we're gonna do at the end. So I will see you when we are ready to add the finishing touches and then ready to plate up. All right, so the pressure has just gone off. I'm gonna open up the lid. That magical sound of the Instant Pot. Oh, it looks so yummy. Let me pull those bay leaves out. I need tongs. I need tongs, people. Well, I got Christmas tongs, so I'll just use those. Down here. One of my leaves kind of fell into a couple pieces. That's all right. I don't mind. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Oh, what a beaut. Let me put that back for you guys. Giving it a quick stir. You got the chicken, everything in there. So now, first thing I want to do is add 1.5 cups of kale and get it wilting. Should not take too long at all. Get all those nutrients in. Also some beautiful color. Like I said, I had linguine, so what I did is I just made little small pieces out of it. However, if your local store has the penne, mine's had it. It just didn't have it in stock this time. I don't know about your stores, but our stores right now with the economy, you just kind of get what you can get. So, stirring all of this in. Make sure you really rinse those noodles well. And the green is just going through there. A nice hearty dish. It says that it makes 5 servings. I can see it making more. I guess it really just depends. It says it makes 5 1.5 cup servings. And that would be 5 net carbs if you measured everything out. So let me go ahead and plate up and show it to you. And our family is going to have a wonderful dinner. So here we go. Let's, the magic of video here. Get some noodles, get some everything in there. What do you think, guys? Doesn't that look good? I don't know about you, but I have always loved minestrone, and I've never done it with meats, and I've never done it with a twist on noodles. But I certainly don't see anything wrong with it. And I've got a little bit of kale, got a little bit of everything. Perfect. That is perfect. And I know you can still see the steam rising and I'm burning my mouth off. That is wonderful, guys. If you love minestrone, you will definitely love this. And just remember, if you want to keep it vegetarian, just keep the chicken out. Other than that, enjoy. If you want to make it on the stovetop, follow the instructions, and I will type in the instruction part how to do it in the pressure cooker. So until next time, bye.